Blizzard just released a tweet just not too long ago within the last half hour, about 9 p.m. Eastern time on July 27th, stating a quote, "I want to recognize and thank all those who have come forward in the past and in recent days. I so appreciate your courage. Every voice matters, and we will do a better job of listening now and in the future." CEO Bobby Kotick, they posted the full letter from Bobby to all employees. The letter states, "Today, CEO Bobby Kotick shared the following email with the Blizzard employees. This has been a difficult and upsetting week. I want to recognize and thank all those who have come forward in the past and in recent days. I so appreciate your courage. Every voice matters, and we will do a better job of listening now and in the future. Our initial responses to the issues we face together and to your concerns were, quite frankly, tone deaf. It is imperative that we acknowledge all perspectives and experiences and respect the feelings of those who have been mistreated in any way. I am sorry that we did not provide the right empathy and understanding." Okay, this line strikes me a little weird. Empathy, as an INTJ personality type, empathy is something that I've not necessarily been good at showing people, but it started clicking for me when I was taking both management courses through my former employee, especially concerning leadership and empathy, as well as taking leadership courses through my MBA program. This was many years ago. And I was so immersed in this stuff that I started using these tactics. And I do say tactics because empathy is used to manipulate people. I started using these tactics in my daily life, not with malice. Like, I was trying to make plans with my brother and I recognized that he had a concern, and I used empathy to acknowledge the concern. And when I brought that to light and he said, yeah, I do feel that way, we were able to move forward and make a decision. And when you learn about empathy, when you recognize someone's feelings and you repeat those feelings to them and say, I understand that you feel that you can't play Blizzard games anymore because of what happened in the company. I get that. And you may even say, I feel the same way and I'm taking the same action. What you're doing is you're creating a connection. And here's the biggest thing. You're making someone feel heard. Most people cannot move on to a solution until they've actually heard someone say their words or echo their thoughts in dialogue. And to demonstrate, even if they don't really understand it, but to show that they understand it and that they can connect with that person on that level. Once someone feels that they're understood and heard, even if that's not really the case, then that person can move forward. And this is exactly what this line is about. They're trying to make it sound like they understand what's going on and they feel the same way the employees do and they understand how the employees feel. And so they're trying to use that, in my opinion, as a manipulative tactic to move people forward. Guys, empathy is a bullshit tactic used by businesses all around the world to move people forward to solutions, because most people make decisions based on feelings and they can't think about solutions until their feelings are addressed. Really think about that. Think about that. Statistics show that you are probably one of those people who makes feelings-based decisions. Now, there's a lot of people here who don't. There's a lot of tech people who pay attention to gaming sites and gaming channels, but there's still, a fair deal, and we see it all the time, especially in cancel culture, people who make decisions based on how they feel about something rather than the actual situation and the actual facts at hand. And those are the people who are controlled with empathy. Okay? You need to really understand this concept. So I'm going to read this line again just so you can think about what I said and apply it. I am sorry that we did not provide the right empathy and understanding. There is so much fluff in that line. It annoys me. Okay. Many of you have told us that active outreach comes from caring so deeply for the company, that so many people have reached out and shared thoughts, suggestions, and highlighted opportunities for improvement is a powerful reflection of how you care for our communities of colleagues and players, and for each other. Ensuring that we have a safe and welcoming work environment is my highest priority. The leadership team has heard you loud and clear. We are taking swift action to be the compassionate, caring company you came to work for and to ensure a safe environment. There is no place anywhere at our company for discrimination, harassment, or unequal treatment of any kind. We will do everything possible to make sure that together we improve and build the kind of inclusive workplace that is essential to foster creativity and inspiration. Yes, that's what the customers would like to see. And we do know from what we've heard in the past with interviews of former employees and the fact that Blizzard has lost so many of their management staff over the years that creativity is stifled. There is a heavy hand at Activision, and that doesn't even have to do with sexual harassment and discrimination. It's just a management style. And in a company where you have a lot of creativity, where the products rely on innovation and creativity, a bureaucratic structure of a company does not work. That stifles innovation. You need to give more independence to the creators of the company, and that is not happening. We know that's not happening. We know. Anyone who's been following Blizzard throughout the years knows that things have been incredibly stifled. I have asked the law firm WilmerHale to conduct a review of our policies and procedures to ensure that we have and maintain best practices to promote a respectful and inclusive workplace. This work will begin immediately. The WilmerHale team will be led by Stephanie Avakian, who is a member of the management team at WilmerHale and was most recently the director of the United States Securities and Exchange Commission's Division of Enforcement. So the interesting thing is you don't need legal to determine what the right thing is to do in your company. When legal gets involved, it's because legal is trying to protect the company that has hired them. This company here is this law firm is being hired to protect Blizzard or Activision Blizzard, not the employees. It's kind of like HR. HR is there to protect the company from the employees. We encourage anyone with an experience you believe violates our policies or in any way made you uncomfortable in the workplace to use any of our many existing channels for reporting or to reach out to Stephanie. She and her team at WilmerHale will be available to speak with you on a confidential basis and can be reached at the email address or phone number provided. Your outreach will be kept confidential. Of course, no retaliation will be tolerated. We are committed to long-lasting change. Effective immediately, we will be taking the following actions. 1, employee support. We will continue to investigate each and every claim and will not hesitate to take decisive action. This is where they failed before. With some of the things that I've heard, if those allegations are true, decisive action would have been the right course to take. Had they done so, this wouldn't be an issue. Someone who is making sexual advances to an employee while within a professional capacity, if it's outside of workplaces and outside of a work location, then that's a personal issue between those two people. But if it's within a professional capacity, that needs to be ended immediately. They need to address those things immediately. And to our knowledge, based on what we've heard, again, these are allegations. They haven't been proven true. But if they are true, these things should have been nipped in the bud immediately. To strengthen our capabilities in this area, we are adding additional senior staff and other resources to both the compliance team and the employee relations team. Boy, this just irritates the hell out of me. Like, the answer is always to hire more people. That's not necessary. I feel like this is just a token action. This isn't rocket science. And yet, hey, we're going to hire more people. And let me be very clear. The cost of hiring these folks is going to be passed on to the customers. That's you and me. Listening sessions. We know many of you have inspired ideas on how to improve our culture. We will be creating safe spaces moderated by third parties for you to speak out and share areas for improvement. I hate the term safe space. We need to stop with the safe space stuff. Stop. Oh my God, this is such a California thing. Um, Again, this isn't rocket science. The listening sessions are there. It's basically a virtue signal. It's there to diffuse the emotions of the employees and make people feel like they're being heard. This doesn't need to be done. Like Blizzard knows what they need to do to create a good environment. They do. It's not, like I said, it's not rocket science. Personnel changes. Now, this should have been done a long time ago. We are immediately evaluating managers and leaders across the company. Anyone found to have impeded the integrity of our process for evaluating claims and imposing appropriate consequences will be terminated. Yes. In fact, had number 3 been carried out in a timely manner with regard to each individual situation, we wouldn't be here today. Hiring practices. Earlier this year, I sent an email requiring all hiring managers to ensure they have diverse candidate slates for all open positions. We will be adding compliance resources to ensure that our hiring managers are, in fact, adhering to this directive. Now, I said this before, and I'll say it again. I hate hiring people based on gender, skin color, political affiliation, whatever. They need to hire the best person for the job. They really do. They really do. And if someone does bring a charge against Blizzard for discriminatory hiring practices, that's pretty easy to evaluate in a court of law. It really is. It's called looking at people's resumes. If a woman is more qualified for the job and the man gets it, and there's nothing dinged against her, like in the background check or based on what she's written on social media, whether or not she's a good cultural fit, there's no reason why she shouldn't be hired. It's not that hard to figure out. Also, I want to backtrack to number 3, personnel changes. That should have been number 1 on the list. It really should have. Number 5, in-game changes. Oh, God. We have heard the input from employee and player communities that some of our in-game content is inappropriate. We are removing that content. Yowza. Well, guys. Well, this is, yeah. Diablo is really one of the games that's getting a lot of heat from this because Diablo is a sexualized dark fantasy game. And that's how it's supposed to be. And people are like, well, can we, stop sexualizing women in the game? And it's like, well, that's what the game is. And the interesting thing, what I saw today on another video is women even tend to choose looks that sexualize the women in the game. So I think making a character in Diablo 4 look like a man when she's a woman is not necessarily the greatest idea. And sure, give people the choice to transmog something that is more or less risque, let's say. But if people want to have more sexualized content, and I'm a vanilla, more conservative person saying this, if you want more sexualized content, that should be your choice given what the game is. So I'm kind of afraid. I'm not exactly sure what content they want to remove. I'm speculating based on, what I've heard about Diablo 4 and such. But man, actually Diablo 2 is where they made the one character look really butch. But this could drive players away from Blizzard for reasons that have nothing to do with this court case. People are really tired of applying a lot of the social justice issues to things that are typically pretty harmless. He ends the letter by saying, your well-being remains my priority and I will spare no company resource, ensuring that our company has the most welcoming, comfortable, and safe culture possible. You have my unwavering commitment that we will improve our company together and we will be the most inspiring, inclusive entertainment company in the world. Yours sincerely, Bobby. Guys, let me know what you think in the comments. If you like this video, please like and comment to help promote the video in the algorithm. And also subscribe for further updates. Thank you so much. If you'd like to support this channel, liking and commenting on the videos tells YouTube to share these videos with others who may find them useful. If you'd like to provide monetary support to help keep this channel up and running, visit my locals and Subscribe Star communities.